Hey everybody, Razor Rob. I decided to join this social media fast, a 7-day fast. I'm on, I don't know, probably day 4 or whatever of the media fast, where social media fast, where we're not doing any social media. So I don't know if YouTube is included in that, because I've been because I've had my clients. I'll go on vacation during the hurricane season, or some winter or summer, whatever you want to call it here. Summer really, but it's like my clients all decided to, pretty much 70% of them decided to go on vacation. So I've been kind of having some downtime, and it's been really too hot to work on my car. Sorry Frank, but that's the truth. And too rainy to do the yard, and so really all I've been doing is kind of watching a lot of YouTube. I had no idea, I mean I really didn't, I'm not a YouTube watcher that much. I have no idea that so many movies and you know, videos and things like that were on bodybuilding. So I've been watching a lot of bodybuilding, quote, bodybuilding movies, and I can't believe they're all the same. They're all the same exact, I mean, form, you know, plot. It's all how hard it is and how difficult it is and how they want to quit, how they don't quit, and usually, you know, how they end up winning in the end. Okay, they all seem to completely leave out the anabolics and the PEDs and the steroids that they use, which is a huge part of these type of videos. Oh, they show the diet, and they show them eating the same old cliche. They show the training, which is horrible training, by the way, and it seems to be all effort based, you know, because I mean, you put a lot of effort, extreme effort, along with PEDs and, you know, enough protein, and yeah, you're gonna grow muscle. You're gonna grow a lot of muscle. But what these documentaries and docudramas or whatever fail to leave out is 3 very important aspects of bodybuilding, okay, of a bodybuilder. Number 1 is genetics. Okay, they all start off with, oh, they were ex-football players, or they're ex-gymnasts, or they're ex-whatever kind of athlete. They really had no genetic potential as a bodybuilder whatsoever when you see them. So none of them had that. Maybe the ones that are on the pro champions, like Ronnie Coleman, Flex Wheeler, Kevin Levrone, those kind of, yeah, those guys had bodies when they were younger. But these influencers, these, you know, really nobodies, I guess, but they're social media famous people, they had no genetics. So you're coming into a sport about genetic potential, and you have no genetics. Therefore, you're going to have to make it up 3 different ways: nutrition, training, and drugs. That's the only way you're going to make up not having genetics, because I mean, that's the most important aspect of bodybuilding, hands down. Number 2, I see not training properly. I mean, they got a lot of effort and they're lifting a lot of weight, which will build muscle, but not optimal amounts of muscle, people. Not optimal. When you train correctly, perfect, you will build optimal amounts of muscle. Add genetics into the mix, and you're going to be a champion. Right there, even with shitty nutrition. I mean, they say you can't out-train a bad diet. If you have good genetics and perfect training, you can out-train a pretty shitty diet. Now, nutrition. They're following old, outdated concepts, eating oatmeal still and egg whites, and oatmeal's garbage for one. It's just a filler. It's to keep somebody from wanting to cheat and wanting to eat more. It's completely nutritionless. Egg whites have no vitamins, no minerals, no, I mean, you're 3/4 of the nutrient content of the egg, which is a perfect food, you're throwing away. So even Dorian Yates admitted he should have never thrown away the yolks. He just didn't know how to diet with the egg yolks. So they don't seem to understand that you need fat. Fat is optional. They're doing the no sodium thing at the end of the cut or whatever, the prep. So that's a big, huge mistake. They're cutting their water. They're making every mistake and still winning, which is leading to the conclusion, people, add 2 and 2 is 4. It's the PEDs. It's the performance enhancing drugs, especially the diuretics that they're taking, that are making them, or concluding them to win, even with bad training, improper nutrition, no genetics. So this is the huge dilemma that's going on in the NPC, in the amateur ranks of bodybuilding, leading people to turn pro that should have never been a pro. They should have never been a pro. I mean, the whole sport of bodybuilding, and you can look this up, people. Look way back to the 50s, and even earlier, even in the late 40s and early 50s. The whole entire sport of bodybuilding was built around supreme genetics. Okay? That was what it was. It was a sport for superior genetically gifted people, so they can display their genetics with strength, doing strength sports, and with physique, showing their physique off in bodybuilding. So it's gotten so far away from what it initially was supposed to be. This is the whole problem of bodybuilding. That's why you see these terrible bodybuilders on stage looking like just genetic drugged out drug body freaks. Their proportions are off, their symmetry's off, they have no aesthetics. They're a mess, and they're rewarded for looking like a mess because they have a lot of muscle. I mean, anybody, and I mean anybody, can build a lot of muscle. You know, all you need is enough protein, enough weight training, heavy enough, and enough drugs, and you can build muscle. Are you going to build a champion bodybuilder physique? No. This is what the sport of bodybuilding, the NPC and the IFB, are failing to show the general public. Okay, I don't know what they're going to do. They can't. It's hard. It's going to be super hard to tear it all down and rebuild it the way it was supposed to build. We need people with genetics. Unfortunately, I know the problem. I know the real problem. And the problem is there's a saying I used to say to my clients and to people that are asking me about bodybuilding and what makes a good bodybuilder, Rob? Genetics. I mean, if you have really big arms and a small waist and abs all the time and decent size, good sized legs and muscularity on you and not that much fat, and you don't even work out, you don't even lift weights, that you have good genetics. If you look like you work out, but you don't work out, you have good genetics. Women, men, young, old, everybody. It doesn't matter. No ethnicity is left out. But you talk about ethnicity and genetics, African Americans are going to have superior genetics. The men are going to have superior genetics, at least. And as far as probably Eastern European women are going to have the superior, Russian women, and, Eastern European, the Baltic countries, and some of the Switzerland, Swedish countries, that women there are going to have the superior genetics. So it depends on Asian genetics for leanness, not necessarily muscular size, but leanness superior. Just look what happened in China. Look at the bodybuilders in China. All the ones that are taking all the drugs. All they needed was drugs. They train properly. They do excellent nutrition. They have superior genetics for leanness, meaning they don't have hardly any fat cells. So all they have to do is get bigger, and they do. They get bigger, but they're not rewarded for their shortness because they're not tall. This is ridiculous, man. The sport needs to go back to what it used to be. 2 divisions. Tall class, short class, in open men's bodybuilding, over 200 pounds and under 200 pounds. They can combine the 212s all, and they can make 212, go up to 212, whatever, and then over 212. And the winners of those 2 classes should compete against each other like they used to. And maybe the 212, look, we have 2 212 Olympias now. There used to be 212 champions, right? So now they're not. Now they're open. So they need to do that now. They need to do the 212s versus the open. Whoever the winner of those 2 is Mr. Olympia. And then they need to get classic physique, bump that to be the main show, along with bikini, wellness, now fit model, and put figure with fitness with the open class bodybuilders and the 212s. The bodybuilding, because they're going to combine 212. They should eliminate 212. Just make bodybuilding with 2 classes, short and tall, like they used to. Combine it with fitness, and then have figure, and then physique, whatever, from women's physique, all in one part. And then the main show, the next part, physique. Classic physique is number 1. Physique. Okay? Bikini, wellness, and fit model, all in the main category of the main show, which equal amount of money, because they're trying to attract the mainstream audience. Okay, this is general public. they keep going with this the way they're going, with the mass monsters being the main show, they're going to just keep drawing mass monster freaks, lovers, and the show and the sport is never going to grow. It's going to be a subculture forever. And we're going to keep getting these freaks on a lot of drugs that have no genetics and poor training and shitty nutrition winning. I mean, we need to see somebody with supreme genetics, superior training principles, that train perfectly, and that also have a great nutritional program, all put together into a champion, and see what that person looks like, whether they're young, old, you know, woman, man, bikini, fit model, whatever. It doesn't matter the division. We need to see someone like that and then show that person compared to the rest of the classes, what they look like. When the judges can actually start to see a drug body versus a superior genetic body, that's when the sport's going to change. That's when the sport's going to improve. And that's when it's going to be true bodybuilding, the way Arnold always wanted it to be. So that's my take on it. I'm going to load this up whenever I go back, if I even go back on social media. I might even just keep it on YouTube, stay on YouTube. I mean, to tell you the truth, I don't really miss social media. I miss posting, but I don't miss what I'm seeing, because it's a lot of bullshit, actually. It's 3/4 bullshit, 25% something of entertainment to me. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'll give it the next couple of days to, you know, ponder what I'm going to do. Razor Rob, have a great weekend, everybody. This is August 2026.